everyone, and welcome to my channel, Allowing Life to Happen. I'm Deborah King and I am so excited to have you here. This channel is dedicated to those that are seeking a better way of life but might feel too afraid to take that first step. Through sharing my experiences, I hope to show you that life doesn't have to be a constant battle. You have the power to change your circumstances if you truly wish to. Even if you can't see the path forward right now, I promise you that with belief in yourself and the willingness to embrace change, life can become better. This channel is here to support you on that journey. So what you can look forward to in my videos are inspirational talks, practical tips, my personal stories that I hope will inspire and motivate you to take action. See, my goal is to inspire and support you as we navigate life's ups and downs together. But guys, I haven't always believed in the power of letting go and letting life unfold naturally. But something happened to me 10 years ago, which completely changed my life. So rewind 10 years ago. See, I was working as a finance officer for 16 whole years. I was also a part-time Reiki practitioner. So one evening I got home from my finance job and my neighbour at the time asked me to do a treatment on her. So I decided that I would do that. But within 15 minutes of doing the treatment, I fainted. I passed out completely. And when I came through, my neighbour and my son were standing over me and I wondered what was going on. I didn't know what had happened. They tried to get me up, but my legs would not take me up. My legs felt like jelly. I felt awful. So they said to me, don't try and get up. So I laid there for a little while and still really confused about what had just happened. And they said to me, you fainted. I'm like, what do you mean? I've never fainted in my entire life. So they called the paramedics. Paramedics came out. They finally got me into bed. And literally, guys, from that moment, still 7 months later, I spent the entire time trying to get better. The doctors could not figure out what was going on with me, what was going on. But during that time, I didn't work, obviously. There were days where I had to just get on my hands and knees and crawl to the bathroom because I couldn't walk. It was awful. But something was telling me, you know, this is happening for a reason. During those 7 months, I had so much time to think about my life and to think about what I wanted out of life. And I knew I didn't want to go back to work. I knew that wasn't my purpose. So I'm a writer. I love to create and I love to do my Reiki and I love to travel also. So this is all the things that I wanted to do. But I sat there day after day trying to figure out how am I going to live my purpose when I have a mortgage to pay and I know eventually I would have to go back to work. So I came to the conclusion that, okay, I know I don't want to go back to work. How am I going to make this work? So I spent a lot of time on myself, going within, trying to figure out where I was at in my life, where I wanted to go. And I needed that time by myself. So during those 7 months, yes, I have a son. But during those 7 months, I needed that time to focus on what I wanted out of life. I wanted it so badly. And I knew that I didn't want to go back to work. So what I did, when I did finally go back to work, and you've got to listen to this, guys. I walked into my office. I stood there and I watched everybody in the office. And all of a sudden, I just burst into tears. And I couldn't control myself. There was this realization that, Debs, this is not what you want. You need to move forward in your life. So my boss walked in at the time. She looked at me and thought, what the heck is going on, Debs? What is going on with you? So she took me into her office and I explained to her that I had a lot of time to think about my life and I really do not want to work here anymore. There's so many things I want to pursue. And luckily, she knew exactly what I was talking about. She backed me 100%. So that same afternoon, I wrote my resignation letter. I handed it to my boss. And guys, the feeling, oh my gosh, that feeling of handing in a resignation letter, giving up your job, it just felt so great. The weight just lifted off of me. But guys, I didn't know where I was going. Okay, I had a mortgage to pay and there I am, I'm giving up my job. But I knew deep inside that I was being led to somewhere much better. I knew everything was going to work out. So I handed in my notice. I worked in the school, so I had to work for 2 months before I finally left. And when I did finally leave, I always tell this story. You know when you see those movies and you watch when people leave their jobs and they're packing their things up in their boxes and they're walking out of the building holding their box and all their belongings from their desk. That's exactly what I did, and it felt fantastic. So how I came to where I am now, I rented my house out. I sold all my furniture. I gave away a lot of my clothes, and I still did not know where I was going. I knew I wanted to travel, but something inside of me was telling me this is your path. This is what you need to do. So from November 2014 is when I fainted. 2013 is when I fainted. So the following September, I rented my house out, sold my clothes, I left my job, and I left my home. And I went off to travel, and within 4 months I met my husband, which was fantastic. Now I will share the rest of my story in my videos as I'm going along, but I just wanted to give you a background of where I am right now. I don't actually live in the UK anymore. I live in Jamaica, but I will share the rest of that another time. So that's how I started my journey of transformation, and I have not looked back. So guys, if this sounds like something you'll enjoy, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment and share your own experiences. Thanks for stopping by. I'm really looking forward to connecting with you on this journey. So guys, let's dive in and get started. It's time to allow your life to happen. Bye guys.